It's this evil bunny here, and this is going to be the first in a video series called A Day in the Life series. Now, as I told you before in my introductory 5 Facts About Me video, I've had an array of jobs, an array of experiences in the workforce, and I'm going to share kind of like what I know, just so people are informed when they fill out that job application, what they're really getting into. And the first A Day in the Life series will be, a day in the life of a personal assistant. All right. Hi, person that wants to be a personal assistant. Hello. Okay. Hello and good night. First of all, what is a personal assistant? A personal assistant is a person, now there are many different types of assistants. There's an executive assistant, an administrative assistant, a research assistant, and then a personal assistant. So this person can do different types of tasks from those other jobs, but mostly you're dealing with an important person, someone who is well paid, because to have any sort of domestic help, you need money for it. So this is a person that is very busy, and sorry, the battery died. So this is a person that's very busy, and they need you to help them with their everyday life tasks that would be a hindrance to them in their professional career. So that means that you're kind of like, you know, the house husband or the housewife, you know, just kind of like minus the sex, in terms of the types of tasks that you're going to be doing. So you're doing things like laundry, or organizing the housekeeper, making doctor's appointments, picking up Starbucks, getting them their water, putting stuff in their dishwasher, light cleaning, you know, doing things for them that they don't want to do, answering their email, handling their social media accounts. You're doing all those things. Now, my background in it is that I was a personal assistant for about 3 different individuals, and one of them I can say is very notable, but they were all kind of like at the top of their field, and I was kind of like their right-hand person. Now, for me, I'm going to say 2 of those positions were seasonal in that they were things that I did over the summer. In college, and then one of them I did after college, which was supposed to be a full-time gig, but it didn't work out. And a lot of times, to be very honest, being a personal assistant doesn't work out. So the first thing I would say to anyone that's trying to be a personal assistant is really understand what your goals are. Are you trying to learn about the industry of the person that you're working for? Because if you're trying to learn about the industry, you're probably not going to learn a lot as their personal assistant. As the administrative assistant, that's a person that's at the job with them. You were probably working in their home. So you're not getting to see their day-to-day really. You can see how busy they are, and anyone at the top of their field, or even in the top 2,000 of their field, is super, super busy, up at all times of the night. But you're handling all those sort of tasks that you as just a regular individual are like, oh, I don't want to do laundry today. Oh, I don't want to cook today. Oh, I have to handle dog walkers, or I have to walk my own dog. You're doing all that sort of stuff. So I would say really clearly define your goals. I made some notes here. Okay, so resources. Resources for becoming a personal assistant, I would say are Craigslist or Indeed.com. A lot of times they'll post in the domestic section because it is a domestic position. But also if you're in college or school, there are probably a lot of opportunities and work-study opportunities. And one of the times that I was a personal assistant was through a work-study opportunity in which I got paid, I think, like $7.50, whatever the minimum wage was. And then I also got college credit. And I worked for this person for a set amount of months. I've never necessarily been fired as a personal assistant. I've left one position because it was really bad. And then the other one, I can't say who the person is, but this is for educational purposes. I was supposed to take this person's stuff to storage, and this particular person did not want to pay for the cab fare going back and forth, being that I'm taking this person's stuff to storage. And they're supposed to pay for your cab fare. Anything you're doing for them, you're not doing it for free. Okay, now your own car fare to get there, that's something, of course, you take care of. But if you're doing outside things, if you're buying them things, if you should be using their credit card, absolutely, and bringing back the receipts. And they usually have a business credit card, so all these things are deductible to begin with. But this person was very, very, very cheap. among other things. So yeah, you're this person's right hand. So what would like a typical day be? It could be anything. I mean, if let's say you're working for someone in media, right? Their hours all over the place. You might get a text at 6 a.m. Your workday might start at 2 a.m. I would think, say, have a very strictly defined, or as much as you can, kind of like, well, I can work these amount of hours. Like I can work between 7 and 10 p.m. on a Monday. And, they're not going to keep track of it because they're never really, paying attention to you. But just, don't go too far out of your own comfort zone, because once you go out of your comfort zone, you're going to be completely exploited. What else can I say about that? Okay, so let's say I had a regular work day. So let's say I got to this person's house at 9 a.m. This person might have a list for me. They may not. You should have the list though. So what you should do on your first day is to bring a notebook. Bring a notebook and keep on top of that. In addition to that, also keep track of your hours, because that's how you're going to get paid. You may be an independent contractor, you may be an employee, you may be paid off the books, but whatever it is, keep track of your hours and what you do in a particular day, because they're not going to know, and they're not paying attention to you. So you have to keep that for yourself. So if you get there, they might tell you, oh, I need some coffee. And then you go to Starbucks and get them coffee. Then they're like on their computer or something, and they're like, okay, so this is what we need today. You need to change my tanning appointment. You need to call my dentist. You need to go grocery shopping for me. And can you bake? Can you bake me something light? Can you bake me some sweet potatoes? And then after that, take out the garbage, do the laundry, and then you can go home. So then you write all these things down. You get the information you need. Oh, now it's like 12 o'clock and they're off working or doing whatever it is that they do. And they say, okay, I need you to like stop whatever you're doing, and I need you to get in a cab and come down to my office and, get something that I need, for home or something like that. Bring something to bring home. So now you have to stop everything you're doing, and you can explain it to them. You could be like, oh, but I'm in the middle of laundry. I don't care. I need you to come and I need you to do this, okay? Also, I left my coat at this club, and I need you to, go to this club. Can you do all that? Do you have time for that? So it's very easy to get sidetracked. You want to be respectful, and remember, you are getting paid for this. This is a job, or hopefully you're getting paid for this. So you want to be respectful. You want to do your best. You want to be super organized. You need to be more organized than they are. Always be respectful. Don't allow yourself to get disrespected. Check things as they come up, like, hey, Mr. Peabody, I really would appreciate if you don't talk to me like that. I don't appreciate it, or something like that, just to let them know, don't walk all over me, because the instinct of having a personal assistant is to walk all over them. Which brings me to my occupational hazards. Okay, occupational hazards. So I'm gonna love this part of this video series. So many things. Let's start with a hurt ego, because you will, if you have a problem doing somewhat demeaning things, you need to not be a personal assistant. So I've been handed some bikini underwear and told to hand wash it. I've been told, can you take that cockroach out of my wine glass and then wash the wine glass? You get told. So if you have a problem with that, this is not the field for you. But I took it as a life lesson. Like, I love those sort of character building things. It's a test to my strength and what I can handle. All the jobs I've been through, I think I could handle pretty much anything that's thrown at me. A lot of times they're going to be irrational. A lot of times they're going to be upset. A lot of times if they're going through things personally, oh yeah, they're going to take that out on you. Which is why you should have a clear, defined goal. What other occupational hazards? You're in someone's home, so that's something to be very cautious of. And I have something that I like to call a to-go bag. Hold on a second. Yeah, I had to find the to-go bag. Okay, so another thing you need to know is that your hours can be very long and there's no desk to put your things. So you need to come prepared to take care of yourself all day, whatever food you need, whatever money, if you need water. I bought a rolly backpack that I could take with me that I can not only put my stuff in, but my client's stuff if I have to transport it or take, discarded clothes to Goodwill, whatever it may be. Bring your own materials. So this is my to-go bag, or stuff that would be my to-go bag as a personal assistant, also as a home organizer. Bring a fan for the summer. A lot of people don't have air conditioning, and you can't tell them, hey, can you buy air conditioning while I do laundry, or I'm just gonna pass out and die. You can't tell them that. Bring your own fan. charger, extra batteries if you have like a Samsung. And what's in here? I have a face mask in here. If you have allergies like me, sometimes just going into another person's home or environment, you can get kind of ill just from the air or the stuffiness or whatever it may be. So I bought face masks. Another thing I put in my to-go bag, a hair scarf. If they want me to go to their basement or something and I don't want to mess my hair up. And gloves. I don't have all my gloves here, but always bring gloves. Oh my God, always bring gloves. You're gonna be going in their drawers, their desks, their medicine cabinets, all sorts of things. And you don't wanna get pricked by anything or touch anything that's kind of nasty. Bring different sizes of gloves. So I bring these are like dishwashing gloves. You also fold over so they can catch in case they make you wash the dishes. But also I have the smaller ones too for like handling like papers and things like that. Bring as much as you can. Also, this is an apron. Oh, these are where my other gloves are. Yeah, like these sort of gloves. This is the apron, just in case, you know, anything, because anything can come up. Every day is different as a personal assistant. That's very important. Sunglasses for when they have you go outside. Just think about what you would need every day and bring that for yourself, because your needs will always come second in the situation and their needs come first. And it should, because they're paying you. And lastly, and that goes into occupational hazards. So allergies, hurt ego, things can fall on your head. I've had things fall on my head. I've hit my head on shelves. I've burned my hand. That's kind of what comes in the territory of coming into someone's home that you don't know. But as you go along, you will get used to their house and you'll start to move faster. You know, I always say, and this is tips and tricks section now, I always say move as fast as you can without hurting yourself or messing things up. So if they tell you something like, oh, I want you to put all our dishes back, like after you put it in the washing machine. One thing that's like really scary, and this has happened to me so much time, but I've never actually broken anyone's plates or glasses, is that a lot of people's shelves, I don't know why I'm talking low, but a lot of people's shelves in their kitchen are like easily, like they'll go to this side or go to that side and they can fall out and then all the plates will fall. It's never happened to me, but it's always that fear. So always check things before you put them in, like check to see if it's stable. Be very careful handling people's plates and china. I know people that are housekeepers that have broken, you know, glasses that were worth thousands of dollars and goblets and all this other stuff and then try to hide it, you know, because you're so fucking scared. But, you know, be careful. Move as fast as you can without messing things up or without hurting yourself like I totally have. Another thing they're probably gonna give you, you know, is their keys. So what I would do is attach their keys to my key chains because you don't wanna lose it. And also things that have happened to me, I've been locked out. And I've been locked out when the person was working, like at work, and then I just feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Like I'm getting fired today because I got locked out. Like, you know, those doors that lock automatically. I was able to talk to the super and he helped me open the door and everything. I don't know if he was supposed to do that, but you know, this is just kind of like something that I've experienced. So those are kind of like my tips and tricks. If you have any other questions or if you're starting a new job as a personal assistant somewhere, hit me up at thisevilbunny@gmail.com and I'd be happy to answer any questions. I probably spent maybe altogether maybe a year and a half as a personal assistant since I was 19 years old. So I kind of know what to expect, and I've worked with people in different fields, and it also helped lead me to becoming a freelance organizer. So that was a positive thing of being a personal assistant, but the negatives go pretty far. Okay, you're probably gonna get treated like shit. Even if they're a nice person, they still will always make it clear that you work for them. And they may not do that in the nicest way, but you know, keep your self-respect, keep your dignity, but also be very respectful, be very organized, be prompt, be on time, do not be late, and you should do fine. Okay, so those are my tips and tricks, and that's a day in the life of a personal assistant. If you like this series, please share it. Please subscribe to my channel, like this, comment if you have personal assistant horror stories, as you might want to call them, and you can email me. If you really want to make this bunny happy, you would subscribe to me, okay? All right, this bunny is out and this evil bunny is in. Bye, guys.